Good morning, students. Now in this session we will see the female reproductive system. In the last session we have completed about the male reproductive system. This female reproductive system is located in the pelvic region. It includes a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviduct, uterus, cervix, vagina and the external genitalia. Now oviducts, uterus and vagina, they form the accessory ducts, a pair of mammary glands that is used for the nourishment of the offspring. All parts are integrated structurally and functionally to support the process of ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, birth and childcare. So I hope students these points are clear to you all. Again, a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviduct means two ovaries are present, one each on lateral side, and a pair of oviduct means again two oviduct are present, one each on lateral side. Now this is the sectional view of the female reproductive system through pelvis. Here you can observe where all different parts are present. Now this is the sectional view of female reproductive system. This diagram can be asked in the exam, that draw and label the female reproductive system or female reproductive parts. So you have to draw this figure along with the proper labeling. So here you can see, students, these are the ovary, red color part, these are the ovary that is present, one each on lateral side. So two ovaries are there. Here you can see the fallopian tube, that is this part. Here also this is fallopian tube. This is uterus, and inside the uterus there are three layers are there, that is endometrium, myometrium and perimetrium. Below the uterus, that is the cervix, then cervical canal, and last that is the vagina or the vaginal opening is there. Now female reproductive system, first one, that is the ovaries are there. They are the primary female sex organs that produce the female gamete, that is known as ovum. It also produces female hormones such as estrogen and progesterone. These ovaries are located in the lower abdomen. Each ovary is about 2 to 4 cm in length. These are connected to the pelvic wall and uterus by ligaments. Each ovary is covered by the thin epithelium which enclose ovarian stroma. Ovarian stroma, again two zones are there. One is the peripheral cortex that is present on the outer side and the inner medulla. At the peripheral cortex, follicles are present, and in medulla, blood vessels and ovarian ligaments are present. This is the structure of an ovary. You can see different types of follicles that are growing. Corpus luteum it is shown. Primary follicles are there, secondary follicles, oocyte. Different parts are shown in this figure. Now if you observe the TS of ovary, there are developing follicles in different stages. Here what happens, the primary follicle develops into the Graafian follicle which forms the mature ovum. On maturation and on around 14th day of menstrual cycle, it ruptures and releases the oocyte, and this process of release of ovum is known as ovulation. After release, follicle filled with the blood cord and then yellow cells called the corpus luteum, which is meant for the secretion of the progesterone. Now the oviducts, uterus and vagina, they form the accessory ducts. Here again the sexual view, you can see the ovary where all the parts are present. Now accessory ducts, as we have seen, what is included in the accessory ducts, oviduct, uterus and vagina. Oviduct, which is also known as fallopian tube, it is about 10 to 12 cm length from periphery of each ovary to uterus. Part which is closer to the ovarian funnel shaped is known as infundibulum, and at the end of the infundibulum there are finger-like projection which are known as fimbriae. The role of fimbriae is to collect the egg after ovulation. Wider part of fallopian tube is known as ampulla, and isthmus has narrow lumen and joins with the uterus. Here you can see all the parts. Where is isthmus it is present, where is ampulla region. This whole structure, that is tube-like structure, it is the fallopian tube. This funnel-shaped structure, particular, that is the infundibulum, it is shown. At this part, what is present, that is the fimbriae, which collects the ovum or the egg. Uterus, womb and the vagina. Single uterus, that is present in the lower abdomen region, also called the womb. Halo inverted pear shape, means the shape of uterus is inverted pear. It is one kind of fruit. Attached to pelvic wall by ligaments. Inside the uterus, fertilized ovum grows and develops into the embryo. Means once the fertilization is successful, what happens? The zygote is formed, and that zygote develops into further embryo inside this uterus. This uterus again opens into the vagina through narrow cervix cavity, which is also known as cervical canal. Cervical canal along with vagina, that is known as birth canal. Now the wall of uterus has 3 layers. First one, that is the perimetrium, which is external thin membranous. Second, myometrium, middle thick layer of smooth muscles, which is known for the strong contraction during delivery. And the third layer, that is the endometrium, that is known as the inner glandular layer, lines uterine cavity. Here endometrium, it is known for the cyclic changes during the menstrual cycle. We will see in detail what happens to the endometrium when we discuss about the menstrual cycle. External genitalia, mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, hymen and clitoris, that is included in the external genitalia. Mons pubis, a part of fatty tissue covered with hair. Second, labia majora, that is again fleshy folds of tissue surrounds the vaginal opening. Labia minora, that is present below the labia majora, that is the paired fold of tissue under the labia majora. Clitoris, tiny finger structure, lies at the upper junction of the 2 labia majora. Hymen, just inside the opening of the vagina, often torn during the first coitus, that is intercourse. It can damage due to the vigorous exercise also. So, the presence or absence of hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity. It doesn't decide that the female is virgin or not. So, the presence of hymen do not indicates the sexual status of the female. Mammary glands, paired glandular tissue, variable amount of fat are present. Glandular tissue, it is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes containing cluster of cells, and this cluster of cells, they are known as alveoli. Alveoli secrete milk stored in lumen. This alveoli opens into the mammary tubules. Tubules of each lobe join mammary duct. Many ducts join to form mammary ampulla, which is connected as lactiferous duct through which the milk is sucked out. So this completes your female reproductive system. I hope students you are clear about all this. So please go through all this topic and also through the diagrams and just focus on the diagram labeling parts and all that. And if you have any doubt, please mention in the comment section.